Alright guys, so I just got back from GameStop since they decided to do the midnight launch for the Nintendo Switch 2, so today I'm going to be unboxing it. First things first, I ended up getting the case just because I'd be damned if I open it and the moment I open it I end up dropping it on accident or something, so that's the main thing I got it for. The screen protector is included with this case, so I'm going to be applying that later. But in the back it does kind of give you the instructions on how to do it in case you don't know how to add a screen protector, which, I'm not gonna lie, it's not that bad. But I think this one's plastic. Now I also ended up getting a second Nintendo Switch 2 charger, and unfortunately they had to put the fat ass sticker right there, so that sucks. But basically just to get it so I can have one on the dock at all times and one in my backpack for whenever I'm on the go. And of course you can't get a system without any games, so I ended up buying Mario Kart World. I did not get the bundle mainly because I am a physical collector, so I was going to end up getting this regardless, so it made no sense to double dip, you know. And of course the system itself. Like I said, I did not get the bundle, so if you ended up getting that one, the box might look a little different. Based on the US, it looks like it's just a sticker on it. I'm not too sure exactly, but that's basically the side of it. And yeah, but not gonna lie, it looks a lot like the Nintendo Switch OLED. Like the boxes are very similar, which I'm a little concerned that maybe some of the more casual players are gonna get confused between the Switch and the OLED. But as soon as we open it up, we have the two Joy-Cons and we have the screen itself. So as for the Joy-Cons, right away, they are very big compared to the original or the Nintendo Switch OLED version. The whole thing honestly just feels like very premium, not gonna lie. Like it's almost like a matte finish at some point, but I don't know, like literally everything about it just kind of feels more premium. It's honestly more like a Switch Pro, I guess you could say. And it's also a lot easier to hold whenever you're just using one Joy-Con itself. But basically, here is a size comparison between a regular Joy-Con compared to the Switch 2 Joy-Con, which is massive, not gonna lie. I was not really expecting this. I knew it was bigger, but I didn't know how big exactly. But now that I'm looking at it, boy, these are some... Damn, look at that. Look at the difference between them. These are actual buttons that go inside. Like, that's just kind of crazy, especially since I'm used to the OLED and I've had it for so long. Yeah, this is definitely more of a premium Switch. The screen itself, Nintendo said that it had like a little small protective film and said not to take it off. I can't see anything. I don't know if it's in between. I have no idea. No matter how hard I looked, I was unable to kind of detect anything. The film is very clear. You cannot see anything. The back side of it, obviously it just says Nintendo Switch 2. Nothing really to it. The little stand as well. And yeah, that's basically it for the screen itself. I ended up adding the screen protector, and honestly, it was a nightmare. Like, please do not go for this screen protector. If you do it temporarily. Try to get yourself a glass screen protector because this was definitely not it. It was very flimsy. It was very hard to put on, and yeah, it was just a nightmare. Don't do it. The case itself, if that's the only thing that's available, get it. I'd rather you get this than break it. But definitely for the case, if RDS Industries ends up releasing something, I'm going to do that. And as for a screen protector, I'm going to go for a glass screen protector. So this is just temporarily until, I guess, more accessories get available. And yeah, but let's go ahead and set this thing up. But before we do that, let's just take a look at the size comparison. Like the OLED is already big enough as is. And now compared to the Switch 2, it is literally a monster. Look at that thing. I also have a Switch Lite and I need to kind of dig for it. But once I find that, I'm also going to do a size comparison. And I could just imagine this big giant difference between the Switch Lite and the Switch 2, because this thing is literally a beast. However, once we are all done setting up, basically, let's open it up for the first time, and not bad. Okay, so instead of the sliding, now of course it's the kind of snapping together motion, and it is literally basically identical to the OLED, not gonna lie. Everything looks identical. Yeah, there's not much to it really at this point. Everything, the interface is very similar. Nothing really changed. Yeah, there's not really much to do here. It's literally still downloading all of my data. Some of the games that I have, like Mario Odyssey, that I have downloaded, it's also downloading. The rest of it, I assume it's just a DLC. But yeah, that's basically it.